Are you absolutely kidding me right now? The wrestling world just exploded and I am shaking with anger after what we just discovered. Triple H literally just fired Liv Morgan minutes ago after CCTV footage leaked that shows her orchestrating the vicious attack on Rhea Ripley that put Mommy in the hospital. But here's what's making my blood boil. This footage has been sitting in WWE's hands for weeks and they've been covering it up while Liv Morgan continued to appear on television, collect paychecks, and laugh in our faces. The leaked security footage is so damning, so absolutely disgusting, that I can barely watch it without wanting to throw something at my screen. And if you think you're prepared for what I'm about to show you, think again. The footage that just surfaced shows Liv Morgan, yes, the same Liv Morgan who's been playing victim and crying crocodile tears on social media, coordinating with 3 masked attackers in a parking garage just hours before Rhea Ripley was found beaten unconscious. But wait, it gets so much worse. The audio on this footage, which WWE tried desperately to suppress, captures Liv saying, quote, "Make sure she doesn't get back up this time. I'm tired of living in her shadow." Are you hearing this? She wanted Rhea Ripley permanently disabled because she couldn't handle the competition. This isn't just wrestling drama anymore. This is attempted murder, and the fact that WWE knew about this and tried to cover it up is making fans around the world question everything they thought they knew about their favorite company. The leaked footage shows Liv Morgan handing cash to the attackers, providing them with detailed floor plans of the arena, and even giving them Rhea's car keys so they could wait for her in the parking garage. This woman turned into a criminal mastermind, and she almost got away with it. But here's what's got the entire wrestling community in absolute chaos right now. Multiple sources are confirming that this footage was leaked by someone inside WWE who couldn't stand watching the cover-up continue. A whistleblower within the company risked their job and possibly their safety to expose the truth because they were disgusted by management's decision to protect Liv Morgan. This leak has created a civil war within WWE, with employees choosing sides between those who want justice and those who want to protect the company's image. The attack on Rhea Ripley was so brutal that when paramedics first arrived, they thought they were dealing with a hit-and-run accident. Rhea was found with multiple fractures, internal bleeding, and injuries so severe that doctors initially weren't sure she would survive the night. While fans around the world were praying for Mammy's recovery, Liv Morgan was backstage celebrating and telling anyone who would listen that the division just got a lot less crowded. The pure evil of this woman is beyond comprehension. What makes this even more infuriating is that the leaked footage shows this wasn't Liv's first attempt at eliminating Rhea Ripley. Security cameras captured her following Rhea through the arena on multiple occasions, taking photos of her schedule, and even attempting to tamper with her rental car 2 weeks before the actual attack. This woman was stalking her own colleague with the intent to cause serious bodily harm, and WWE's security team completely failed to protect one of their biggest stars. The whistleblower who leaked this footage also provided internal emails that will make your stomach turn. In these messages, WWE executives discuss the need to manage the situation quietly and protect company assets, rather than seeking justice for Rhea Ripley. One email from a high-ranking official states, "Liv generates too much revenue to lose over this incident. We need to find a way to make this go away." They were willing to sacrifice Rhea's safety and career to protect their bottom line. Triple H's emergency firing of Liv Morgan came after the leaked footage went viral on social media and WWE could no longer control the narrative. Sources inside the company describe the meeting where Triple H terminated Liv as explosive, with screaming, accusations, and threats of lawsuits flying in every direction. Liv reportedly broke down crying and begged for forgiveness, claiming she never meant for things to go so far, but Triple H allegedly responded by saying, "You're lucky you're not in handcuffs right now." But here's where this story takes an even more twisted turn. The leaked footage also reveals that Liv Morgan had inside help from someone within WWE security. The cameras show her receiving assistance from a uniformed security guard who helped her access restricted areas and provided her with information about Rhea's movements. This conspiracy goes deeper than anyone imagined, and WWE is now conducting an internal investigation to identify all parties involved. The medical records from Rhea's hospitalization, which were also part of the leak, paint a horrifying picture of the violence Liv orchestrated. Rhea suffered a traumatic brain injury, 3 broken ribs, a shattered collarbone, and kidney damage that required emergency surgery. The doctor's notes describe her injuries as consistent with being attacked by multiple assailants using blunt instruments. This wasn't a wrestling storyline gone wrong, this was an attempted assassination. What's absolutely enraging fans worldwide is that while Rhea was fighting for her life in intensive care, Liv Morgan was on social media posting sympathy messages and organizing prayer circles. She even started a GoFundMe page for Rhea's medical expenses while secretly being the one responsible for putting her there. The level of manipulation and sociopathic behavior displayed by Liv Morgan is something we've never seen in professional wrestling. The leaked footage shows the actual attack, and I'm warning you right now, it's disturbing beyond belief. Three masked figures corner Rhea in the parking garage, and what follows is 6 minutes of systematic violence that was clearly designed to end her career permanently. They target specific body parts, use weapons that were obviously chosen for maximum damage, and continue beating her even after she's unconscious. This footage is so graphic that several news outlets have refused to air it. FBI agents are now involved in the investigation because the attack crossed state lines and involved conspiracy charges that fall under federal jurisdiction. The leaked documents show that Liv Morgan used encrypted messaging apps to coordinate the attack, transferred money through multiple shell companies to avoid detection, and even hired the attackers through dark web contacts. She turned into a criminal mastermind, and if not for this leaked footage, she might have gotten away with attempted murder. The reaction from other WWE superstars has been explosive, and it's revealing just how much everyone suspected something was wrong. Bianca Belair posted on Twitter, "I always knew something was off about that snake." Kathy Kelly, who was close friends with both women, wrote, "I feel sick knowing I defended someone capable of such evil." But the most powerful response came from Dominic Mysterio, who posted a photo of himself visiting Rhea in the hospital with the caption, "Justice is finally coming." Here's what's making fans absolutely furious. There are still people on social media defending Liv Morgan and claiming this footage is fake. Can you believe the audacity? They're saying it's all CGI, that WWE created this controversy to generate publicity, and that Liv is being framed by jealous competitors. The mental gymnastics these people are doing to defend an attempted murderer is absolutely sickening. The footage has been verified by multiple independent experts, the FBI has confirmed its authenticity, and yet these delusional fans still refuse to accept reality. The financial implications of this scandal are staggering and show just how much WWE's cover-up attempt has cost them. The company's stock price plummeted 20% in the hour after the footage leaked, sponsors are pulling their support, and ticket sales for upcoming events have dropped dramatically. But perhaps most importantly, they're facing multiple lawsuits from Rhea Ripley, her family, and even shareholders who feel they were misled about the company's handling of the situation. The timeline revealed by the leaked documents shows that WWE knew about Liv's involvement within days of the attack but chose to cover it up rather than seek justice. They hired private investigators, suppressed witness testimony, and even paid hush money to potential whistleblowers. The level of corruption and moral bankruptcy displayed by WWE's leadership is absolutely disgraceful and has permanently damaged their reputation. But here's the most infuriating part of this entire scandal. While WWE was covering up Liv's crimes, they were pushing storylines that portrayed her as a sympathetic character who was worried about her friend, Rhea Ripley. They had her cutting promos about how much she missed Mommy and how she hoped for her speedy recovery. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Liv was bragging about the success of her plan and already plotting her next move to eliminate other competitors. The leaked footage also reveals that this wasn't just about jealousy, it was about money and championship opportunities. Internal documents show that Liv believed removing Rhea from the picture would guarantee her a title shot and the main event spots that come with it. She calculated that the financial benefits of being WWE's top female star were worth the risk of committing violent felonies. Her greed and ambition literally drove her to attempted murder. Triple H's statement announcing Liv's termination was unlike anything we've ever heard from WWE corporate, and you could feel the rage and disgust in every word. He called Liv's actions unforgivable crimes against humanity, stated that she will never be welcome in any wrestling promotion again, and promised that WWE would cooperate fully with law enforcement to ensure she faces the maximum possible punishment. He also announced that WWE would be implementing new security measures to prevent anything like this from happening again. The impact on the women's division has been absolutely devastating, and it's going to take years to rebuild the trust that Liv's actions have destroyed. Female superstars who used to socialize together are now afraid to be alone with each other. The locker room atmosphere has become toxic with suspicion and paranoia. Several women have requested additional security, and some are even considering leaving WWE because they no longer feel safe working for the company. The leaked medical reports also reveal that Rhea's injuries were so severe that she may never be able to compete at the same level again. The traumatic brain injury has affected her balance and coordination, the kidney damage requires ongoing treatment, and the psychological trauma from the attack has left her with PTSD that makes it difficult for her to trust anyone. Liv Morgan didn't just attack a colleague, she potentially ended the career of one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time. What's particularly sickening is how Liv manipulated the media narrative in the weeks following the attack. She gave tearful interviews expressing concern for Rhea, organized charity events to raise money for her medical bills, and even wore "Get Well Soon Mommy" t-shirts to public appearances. All while knowing she was the one responsible for putting Rhea in that hospital bed. The level of deception and manipulation is absolutely psychopathic. The criminal charges being filed against Liv Morgan are extensive and could result in life in prison without the possibility of parole. Federal prosecutors are pursuing charges of conspiracy to commit murder, aggravated assault with deadly weapons, witness tampering, money laundering, and racketeering. If convicted on all charges, she's looking at multiple consecutive life sentences. Her wrestling career isn't just over, her life as a free person is effectively finished. The leaked documents also reveal that Liv had been planning additional attacks on other female superstars. Her notes, found during a search of her apartment, contained detailed plans for eliminating Bianca Belair, Bayley, and even rising stars like Tiffany Stratton. She had created what investigators are calling a hit list of competitors she wanted removed from WWE. This woman was planning a systematic campaign of violence against her own colleagues. WWE's legal team is scrambling to contain the damage from this scandal, but the leaked footage has made their cover-up attempts impossible to deny. They're facing investigations from multiple government agencies, lawsuits from dozens of parties, and the complete loss of public trust. Several major sponsors have already terminated their contracts, and industry analysts are predicting this could be the most expensive scandal in sports entertainment history. The revelation has also exposed other suspicious incidents that occurred during Liv's tenure with WWE. Investigators are now reviewing every unexplained injury, every mysterious accident, and every convenient coincidence that benefited Liv's career. Preliminary findings suggest that at least 5 other incidents may have been orchestrated by her, meaning Rhea Ripley might not have been her only victim. For Rhea Ripley, this revelation brings a complex mix of vindication and renewed trauma. While she finally has answers about who destroyed her career and nearly killed her, learning that the attack came from someone she considered a friend has reopened psychological wounds that may never fully heal. Her statement following the revelation was heartbreaking. "I trusted her with my life, and she literally tried to take it from me." The wrestling industry as a whole is being forced to confront some uncomfortable truths about the competitive pressure and toxic culture that allowed someone like Liv Morgan to thrive. Other promotions are reviewing their security protocols, implementing new background check procedures, and establishing better support systems for performers dealing with the intense pressure of professional wrestling. Social media has become a battleground of opinions, with the hashtag justice for Rhea trending worldwide while conspiracy theorists continue to defend Liv Morgan with increasingly desperate theories. The cognitive dissonance displayed by her remaining fans is astounding. They're literally defending someone who orchestrated an attempted murder because they can't accept that their favorite wrestler is a violent criminal. The leaked footage has also revealed the identity of Liv's accomplices, leading to additional arrests and exposing a network of criminal associates that she had built over months of planning. The FBI raid on her apartment uncovered weapons, forged documents, and enough evidence to file charges against multiple co-conspirators. This wasn't just one person's crime of passion, it was an organized criminal conspiracy. But perhaps the most disturbing revelation from the leaked documents is that Liv had been researching ways to make the attacks look like accidents or random crimes. She studied forensic techniques, consulted with criminals about avoiding detection, and even practiced her, shocked and concerned, reactions in front of mirrors. The premeditation and calculation involved in her crimes is absolutely chilling. The impact on WWE's relationship with law enforcement has been severe, with multiple agencies expressing concern about the company's initial handling of the situation. The attempted cover-up has damaged WWE's credibility with investigators and prosecutors, who are now scrutinizing every aspect of the company's operations. This scandal could result in ongoing federal oversight of WWE's business practices. As we try to process this shocking turn of events, one thing becomes crystal clear: the world of professional wrestling has been forever changed by Liv Morgan's crimes and WWE's attempted cover-up. The trust between performers has been shattered, the company's reputation lies in ruins, and the industry as a whole must confront the dark reality that unchecked ambition and corporate greed can lead to attempted murder. The question now is whether WWE can survive this scandal and rebuild the trust they've lost with fans, performers, and law enforcement. The stakes couldn't be higher, because if they can't prove they've learned from this tragedy and implemented real changes to prevent it from happening again, they may not have a future in the entertainment industry. So tell me in the comments, how do you feel about WWE's attempted cover-up of this attempted murder? Do you think Triple H's firing of Liv Morgan is enough, or should there be more consequences for the executives who tried to protect her? And what changes do you think need to happen to prevent something like this from ever occurring again? This story is far from over, and the wrestling world is watching to see how WWE responds to the biggest crisis in their history.